How many of you can hold your breath for 30 seconds? I cannot reach 30 seconds. If I reach 30 seconds, that's a miracle. 1 minute.
Wow.
2 minutes. MashaAllah.
Wow. MashaAllah.
3 minutes then.
2.5.
If you can hold your breath for 3 minutes, well, that's a miracle. You have a very strong and healthy lungs. Or you're most probably dead. Somebody should check on him. Master of ceremony, our fellow Toastmasters, and most honored guests, good evening.
Good evening.
I've known the wonderness of breathing since I was a kid. My mother, who loves animals, brought me 2 rabbits. At that time, in our house, we didn't have any garden, so I put the rabbits in a basket and I kept it in our rooftop, in our house rooftop. Several months later, the 2 rabbits became 8, with small, fluffy, with white, snow white hair and big round red eyes. My younger devilish brother, same as Colin, with devilish ideas, one day decided to train the small bunnies how to fly. So he was tossing the small little rabbits in the air and off the roof. And for less than a second, I heard a scream. It was similar to baby's scream. And with my maternal instinct, I understood that something happened to my rabbits. So I went out, running, and saw the poor little thing lying on the ground, not moving. And I asked my sister, is it dead? And she told me, well, it's not breathing, so most probably yes. And I was like shocked. And the same day we buried the small little rabbit. And it shocked me that if you don't breathe, that means you're dead. If you're dead, you will be buried. At that time, I was kind of stupid. I was practicing breathing for a couple of days and showing my family that I'm breathing, I'm not dead, don't bury me. Years passed. In my school days, believe it or not, I was an A student, although I was stupid at the beginning. But somehow my brain strings got connected. Somehow. Little, only little. But my worst problem was in school that I get very nervous, especially before exams. The few minutes before entering the class was like a nightmare for me. So my sister gave me a small advice. Before entering the class, just take 5 to 10 deep, long breaths and go inside full of confidence, and you will do good. Just believe in yourself. I did as she said, and I took this long, deep breath, and what? I did it. I was a little nervous. My nervousness level was reduced. I was only afraid from the questions that I would get, but I did it at the end. So this is the third benefit of breathing. First, you're not dead. You will not be buried in the ground, and your nervousness level will be reduced. Even years later, in my career life, I work with teams. With teams, we have project managers. And for a project, lucky for me, I worked with this obnoxious person who was very rude, and he was very strict, and always finger pointing other people's mistakes, not himself, and always blaming others for the delay of any project. One day he sent an email to everyone, including the management. And in that email, as usual, he was blaming the delay on the team. I told them to do this, and they did not listen. So I was so furious after reading that email. It wasn't our mistake. Most of them was his decisions. He was the decision maker. So at that time, the wise and rational me decided to write a reply to him. An even ruder email. I told myself, I will do it. This time, he should be stopped. So I wrote this enormous email, very rude, and I sent it to everyone in the team, including the management. And I went home smiling and very happy. That day was my happiest day. I showed that man his place. Well, the next day, my boss called me. And I was scolded for more than 2 hours. And he told me, why did you do this? This is not you. I told him he was rude. He made me do this. He told me we don't treat people by their values. You don't stoop down to his level. You should have written a better email with not a rude one, the same as you did, which would be a very good template to be taught in universities. So, at that time, he gave me also an advice. He told me, before writing any similar emails, just leave your desk and take a walk outside the room. And breathe. Take deep breath. And come back. You will see that you will not write a similar email again. So it will affect your decisions. You will be more rational, more sensible. I tried it for almost 3 years, and he was right. I can assure you I'm not that rude person anymore to any member, but my decisions are now more rational. So we have 4 benefits of breathing. You're not dead, you will not be buried, your nervousness level will be reduced, and you will be rational in making decisions. Lastly, breathe. Whenever you're sad, whenever you're happy, whenever you have any problem in your life, breathing it will reduce and will relieve you from any troubles in life. People who change the world, change it while breathing. Back to you.